everyone, Thorn and Smash here, resident Apex Predator, and today I wanted to go over some of the things that we can glean from the two trailers that actually launched yesterday for Apex Legends coming to the Switch, and how they will perform in terms of frames per second, resolution, all that stuff. Now, at the very end of the video, I do know some people also want some information on the Nintendo Switch Direct and some of the games that are also coming, so we're going to go over that at the very end as well. But first up, we're going to dive into the Apex Legends news. As always, got to give a shout out to the two first people that commented yesterday. The first person that commented on the first video, C-Track, congratulations, and the second one, Void Ani. You guys are just way too fast.
I hate when people underestimate my fastness. I'm fast. I'm so fast, you couldn't even comprehend how fast I am.
Now, a lot of people have been letting me know in the comments that right now in the eShop, Apex Legends on the Switch shows that it's a 22 gigabyte download. However, if you go to the official Nintendo Switch website, which I have shown right here, you can still see that it says 30 gigabytes. Now, I'm not saying it is for sure going to be 30 gigabytes, but right now we know that it's between 22 and 30. Right now, we have not received any more updates on the situation, but you are going to want to be aware of that, because basically this thing is going to be like a Viking rating your storage system on your Switch to download. Oh yeah, blame the Viking. It's 2021, asshole. Okay, so looking at the trailer, they confirmed a couple of things that we already knew, but I'll go over it just in case. We are getting 2 weeks of free double experience, along with that 30 free battle pass tiers if you buy the battle pass, and we are getting a legendary Pathfinder skin. I wonder if anyone called that Thorn Smash. So starting off with the graphics, there's some things you're going to want to know. This came from a live stream from the Nintendo Switch Direct, which will compress the image. So what we're seeing is actually a compressed version of the gameplay. It isn't going to be this low texture as you're seeing right now. However, it definitely will not be at 1080p. I would say you're looking at something between 720 and 480. Anywhere in between that is really where the resolution is going to fall for this game. Now, in terms of frames per second, a lot of people have gone ahead and shown this Japanese trailer that I'm showing right here. In this, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's 60 frames per second. That must be someone with miraculous eyes that can go ahead and tell that, because I personally cannot tell the difference between 60 and 30 just at a gameplay glance trailer. But I will note that in the top right corner, there's usually a performance mode, and that's where you will get that kind of information, whether you're dropping frames, all that. That's activated through an in-game menu. They don't have that active here. So without that active, I can't confirm that it's 60 frames per second, but I will say that the frames per second that it is running looks pretty good. There's nothing here that is really alarming to me in the slightest. The game will probably have very, very good frame rates, because Panic, the guys doing the port, didn't have a very good track record with this. I will say that in both trailers, it does look like the person playing the game is at a field of view of 60, which is very low. The default for consoles is around 70, 72, and other players like myself like to run it at 94, so we get a wider field of view and can basically see a lot more going on in the game. The reason why it might be at 60 here is because if you push it any further, you start to get a lot more frame rate drop and resolution issues. So something to keep in mind when you're playing on the Switch is you may have a way more condensed field of view, inhibiting what you can do in terms of killing and movement and speed. However, and I've been getting a lot of comments, oh my god, this game is unplayable on the Switch. You are just flat out wrong. This game is going to be totally fine, totally playable, and I think the Switch base is going to have a ton of fun with this game. Now, there will be issues if you do cross-play. If you have someone from another console in your lobby, you will be put into their lobbies, and those people will have a definite hardware advantage, being able to see, move, and react a lot quicker than you will on the Switch. But as long as you just play in Switch lobbies with your Switch friends, you shouldn't have this problem. But even then, play with who you want, enjoy the game. At the end of the day, a couple of frames per second really isn't going to ruin your experience, so everyone needs to stop complaining. This is a handheld system. This is not the powerhouse of an Xbox Series X or PS5. It's a handheld system, which is very fun to use on the go. No one is using this saying, oh, I have a top-of-the-line PC, I'm going to wreck kids. This is a handheld system. Keep your expectations in accordance with that. So now I'm going to go into my top 3 games that were previewed at the Nintendo Switch Direct, and the first one up is Fall Guys. Now, Fall Guys should have come to the Nintendo Switch right away. This actually could have been an exclusive for Nintendo Switch, in my opinion. It's perfectly built for it. It is a very easy running game. You're going to have a ton of fun playing on it. You shouldn't have any issues graphically, and really everything about it just screams Nintendo Switch to me. It's a competitive and cooperative game where you just run around and try to complete these obstacle courses with about 60 players in the game. It's really customizable. You can do a lot of things with definite skins and things like that, and it's just a massive online fun game to play. It is coming out in the summer of 2021 this year. The next one up is actually going to be Splatoon 3. Now, I loved the first two versions of this game. They were incredibly fun. It's really fun to play in a 4v4 turf wars, which are coming back with new stages. There's a new area with a sun-soaked region. It's really, really fun. It's up to 8 players. It's a multiplayer game. The one downside about this is that it's not coming until 2022, so we still have quite a while to wait, but this has definitely got me hyped, as this is just one of my favorite multiplayer games to play on the Nintendo Switch. And the last one on my list, and this is the one that I'm actually the most hyped for, is Monster Hunter Ryze. I am a huge Monster Hunter World fan. I absolutely adore this series. I spent so much time in Monster Hunter World that my girlfriend has left me, and now I just cook food with my Palico and we go ahead and hunt monsters. It's a great game. It's an RPG set series where you run around and you hunt giant monsters, kill them, collect their gear, and then make better items for yourself. Now, it looks to be adding up to 4 players co-op, just like Monster Hunter World was, and the best thing is this game is coming out on March 26th. So out of all the ones that I've listed, it's the one coming up the next, other than Apex Legends, of course. However, it will be $60 at release, so this is one of the games that you will have to spend some money on if you want to play it. Okay guys, that's going to be my video today. I hope you enjoyed it and you got all the information you were looking for. On the day of the release, I will have a video up with the performance mode review of the game on Switch in handheld and docked mode, so do stay tuned for that. Until next time, Legends, keep slaying in the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.